The U.S. joined South Korea and Japan in requesting that emergency meeting of the UN Security Council. As mentioned earlier, Ambassador Haley did not mince words in her delivery of a stern message. Senior correspondent Rick Leventhal is outside the UN right now. Good evening, Rick.
Good evening, Brett. The U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, says time is short, action is required, and the world is on notice that more needs to be done to rein in Kim Jung Un. It appears that the vast majority of the Security Council agrees. The question is, will it make a difference?
The Secretary General strongly condemns the launch of a ballistic missile of intercontinental range conducted by the DPRK. This action is yet another brazen violation of the relevant Security Council resolutions and constitutes a dangerous escalation of the situation.
Outrage and warnings, but no new sanctions yet from the United Nations Security Council, meeting in an emergency session over North Korea's historic launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile. The UN has passed 15 resolutions against North Korea in the past 11 years, making it among the most sanctioned countries in the world. But international condemnation has so far done nothing to stop the regime of Kim Jung Un from testing missiles and developing its nuclear program. In Pyongyang, North Korea's dictator celebrated the launch, urging his scientists to keep sending big and small gift packages to the Yankees, suggesting he was hitting America in the nose on Independence Day.
Japan demands that North Korea immediately cease all ballistic missile and nuclear development programs and provocations. Japan will never accept a nuclear-armed North Korea.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, insisted today's meeting be open, hoping to make it more difficult for North Korean allies China and Russia to defend the rogue nation. China faces particularly intense pressure now, since Chinese Ambassador Liu Jieyi is this month's Security Council president as part of the regular rotation. And Beijing has been accused of economically supporting its neighbor, even allegedly providing the truck used to launch Tuesday's ICBM.
There are countries that are allowing, even encouraging, trade with North Korea in violation of UN Security Council resolutions. Such countries would also like to continue their trade arrangements with the United States. That's not going to happen.
Haley says the U.S. is prepared to take military action, but prefers not to. She also says the U.S. will propose a new resolution in the next few days that would punish nations doing business with North Korea, saying if we are united, we can restrict the flow of currency and oil to the rogue nation. And she singled out China, which supplies 90% of Pyongyang's imports. But both China and Russia have veto power on the Security Council, so any action that would single them out seems like a long shot. Brett?
Rick Leventhal outside what sounds like a busy UN. Rick, thank you.